One question that I get very frequently is, how do you aim on the serve? Now, aiming on the serve is a completely intuitive process that's actually learned very early on in a player's development. But let me first tell you what happens when you actually are consciously aiming on the serve. So what's going to happen, you're going to slow down the contact and then consciously aim with your racket head towards the target. And this is something that you very often see at the recreational level, where players slow down the contact point in order to direct the ball. And what you must do instead is accelerate the serve to the max. So this one's going to go out wide, and I'm going to accelerate to the max. I don't worry about the angle of the racket face at contact, because that is what determines the direction of the ball, is how the angle of the racket face is positioned right at the contact with the ball. Now on the serve, it's going to be a smaller degree than, for example, on the ground strokes. And because we are accelerating the serve to the max right in this area where we're making contact, by consciously trying to aim, we would take out all the racket head speed out of the serve. Now, directional control on the serve is much harder than it is on the ground strokes or the volleys. And the reason is that, number one, we're hitting the serve faster than any other stroke in tennis. And also we have a very small target on the other side. For example, if we try to direct the ball on the forehand, and this is something you can try, is simply select the target. In this instance, it's going to be inside out, and then down the middle, and then cross court. You will see that you don't change anything on your stroke. You simply are selecting the target in your head and then simply accelerating towards that target. And you're not consciously manufacturing the angle of the racket face at contact, because this is impossible. Contact takes place in milliseconds on the forehand, and even more so on the serve. So you must not try to aim your serve. If you're an intermediate to advanced player, you already possess directional control, probably without even knowing it. And you can try it out. You can simply select the target on your serve. In this case, it's going to be out wide, and simply rip the serve there. And then on the next one, select it to go down the tee. And you will find that you get it in that same area. Now, directional control on the serve is very difficult. It's very difficult to pinpoint the serve exactly where you want it to go, and that is because of the speed and the small target that we are aiming for. Set up some cones when you're serving. This is a great way to improve your accuracy. Now, it's very difficult to actually hit a cone, but if you get it in the area of the cone, it still might turn into a good serve. So let me try to get this cone that's out wide. Let's see what happens. Okay, so there, I think it might have caught the line. Maybe it was a little bit wide. I'm pretty happy with that serve. It was close to the cone. And this is how you want to practice accuracy. Don't look for perfection, but look for the general area that you're aiming for. So when it comes to your serve, acceleration is the most important thing on a serve. We're looking to hit the serve fast, whether it's a kick serve, a slice serve, or a flat serve. And you consciously aiming towards a target will bring you the exact opposite. You will slow down your serve in order to manufacture the moment of contact with the racket head, and this will not lead to serve improvement. So what you must do when it comes to aiming your serve is not to look for perfection. The serve is very difficult to pinpoint, especially if you hit it hard. If you get it in the general area of where you're aiming to, this is good enough. And with a lot of repetition, and as you're getting better, you will be able to get closer to the desired target.